In just 100 days, the Summer Olympic Games in Rio will get underway with the opening ceremony. A few days later, golf will make its return to the Olympics after an absence of more than a century. It will be an historic and exciting 2 weeks for fans and players.
The best 60 golfers in the world, against each other in Rio. I think it's going to be great.
The Olympics is something that brings the whole world together. Every country becomes one.
They're the best in the world. They will compete against each other, and you can be part of that.
The excitement to know that I'm going to be around elite athletes in all areas of sports, to be able to meet them, learn from them.
Opening ceremony is a little more special because you get to walk down with the old flag.
Words can't even describe the emotions that go through your head. Putting red, white, and blue on and going to tee it up for my country, there's so much adrenaline, so many nerves.
The whole world is watching you, and there's so much more pressure on you because you want to do well for them.
I love being from Ireland and I love my country. For me to represent my country in the Olympics, it'll be amazing.
Being called an Olympian, it's an honor and a pleasure to represent your country, and it's what everyone dreams of.
When they get the medal, that's really the memorable moment.
Never thought you'd have opportunity to play for a gold medal.
If I can make myself and my country proud by winning a medal, that'd be huge.
Hearing your anthem and your flag going out there when you win is like nothing else.
To have a medal around my neck, doesn't matter which one, any of them be good, would be a thrill and an honor.
I wouldn't only call it a fifth major, I would be even higher than that.
Sportsmanship, integrity, made the best player win.
Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
For me personally, I'm looking forward to the challenge of trying to win a gold medal. I mean, it'd be really fantastic honor to be able to win a gold medal or any medal.
I'm really excited about it. I'm going to go down there and treat it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm going to go take in the opening ceremonies and try and feel like I'm a part of the bigger team, Team GB, and slip on the tracksuit, feel like a real athlete, and just do it right, really.
Olympics is probably my biggest priority this year. Ever since they announced that golf will be in the 2016 Olympics, I said I wanted to get myself there in Rio.
Hi there, thanks for teeing it up with us here. I'm Todd Lewis. Every Golf Central is special, but this show has a little something extra as we celebrate the Rio Olympic Games being just 100 days away. Golf will be a major storyline in Brazil as it makes its triumphant return with the best players in the world teeing it up. Rich Lerner takes a look at what we can expect come August.
After a 112-year hiatus, golf is returning to the Olympics. Players will be competing for the first Olympic medals in golf since George Lyon won gold in 1904. The golf course, located near Rio de Janeiro, was cut out of a nature reserve. Architect Gil Hance's journey taking the course from concept to canvas began in 2012. Upon completion earlier this year, the course hosted its first test tournament in early March. The field in Rio will include 60 men and 60 women. And the top 15 players from the official World Golf Rankings are automatically eligible, with a limit of 4 players from any one country. New Zealand's Lydia Ko, who leads the women's rankings, has said the Olympic Games are her top priority. On the men's side, Australian Jason Day, American Jordan Spieth, and Ireland's Rory McIlroy are all expected to compete in Rio. The final field will be determined when the 2-year qualifying period ends on July 11th. The format is familiar, 72 holes of stroke play. Each golfer will be part of their country's team, but they will compete for individual medals only. Playoffs will settle any ties for gold, silver, and bronze medals. More than a century later, golf is back in the Olympics.
Excitement, anticipation, lots of words to describe what will happen in Rio. Billy Cratchit, our friend, joins us, and Billy's been a part of covering all the greatest players in the world all over the globe. He played all over the globe as well. This is something that's not happened in our lifetime before. What can these athletes now expect as they get closer to Rio?
Well, to really define exactly what they should expect or can expect, I have no idea because, as you said, it's been 112 years, Todd. But what I do know is that they're going to be very proud to represent their country. You heard Justin Rose, Jason Day, and what it meant to them to represent their individual country and to win a gold medal. You know, we never had that opportunity to put that on our resume, but I can only imagine having won a medal, a gold medal, a silver medal, a bronze medal, to have that on your resume, that would just be outstanding. And I actually wish that I would have had that opportunity. Not that I would have made the team, but still, that opportunity to play for a medal in your country, it really has to be special for these players.
I've talked to a lot of players, too, who potentially could play in the Olympics. The excitement of walking into the stadium in the opening ceremony, being in the Olympic Village. They're looking forward to all that as well. We'll hear more from Billy a little later. Let's take a look at the United States men's team as we speak. As we told you, a country can have as many as 4 players if those players are all inside the top 15 in the world ranking. And right now, the United States has 4 inside the top 10, actually top 7. Jordan Spieth, Bubba Watson, Ricky Fowler, and Dustin Johnson. As for the women, well, right now, only 2 players inside the top 15, but very prominent players, and Lexi Thompson and Stacey Lewis. Joining us now from Rio is Bob Costas. And Bob, this will be your record 11th time hosting the Olympics in prime time for NBC. You're on the ground there. What are you observing with the games now just over 3 months away?
Yeah, exactly 100 days from today is the opening ceremony. This is Copacabana Beach behind me. It's just one of the many picture postcard scenes all over Rio. And when you tour the city and you see its beauty and you see how warm and welcoming the populace is, it has you hoping ever more that somehow they can overcome the considerable issues, the water quality, the Zika virus, the security issues, political turmoil. The president might be impeached between now and the opening ceremonies. You're hoping that they can somehow surmount all of that and pull off a successful Olympics, because if they do, it'll be among the most beautiful Olympics, and I think it'll also be among the most spirited Olympics, Todd, because they plan a 24/7, 3-week-long party, morning, noon, and night. And I think it'll be a fun time as long as those issues don't intrude, and we're not 100% certain they won't.
And you touched on it. It'll be an historic Olympics for the game of golf. What kind of impact do you think the Olympics will have on the game?
Yeah. Well, first time, as you know, that golf has been part of the Olympic program since 1904, and the modern Olympics only began in 1896. I think the impact will at first be emotional. When Jordan Spieth or Jason Day or Rory McIlroy march in the opening ceremony, you'll get that feeling that we've had seeing NBA stars who are zillionaires or famous tennis stars who come to the Olympics mingling with platform divers from Peru or pole vaulters from Lithuania or whatever it might be. There's something special about seeing those recognizable faces in that context, and they often seem to be touched by it and really taking in the scene. It's also part of the IOC's intention that golf will become even more international as a result of this Olympic exposure. It is obviously a very international game, but there are parts of the world that don't really have golf in their DNA. For example, the course on which the Olympic competition will be contested has been built for these games, and it's the first ever public golf course in Brazil. And there are only a handful of private country clubs where golf is played in this very large nation. So they hope that it will further popularize the game beyond its already expansive popularity and bring it to areas that previously hadn't been exposed to it very much.
I want to go back to the games in Barcelona. That's when the basketball dream team made its debut. You were there. You experienced all the hysteria surrounding that team. You could make some parallels, I guess, with golf right now. You're going to have the world's best players there. What are these players, in your opinion, going to experience in Rio?
Well, as I said, if everything goes off without a hitch, big if, but if it does, it's going to be a wonderful party atmosphere. They're going to enjoy the atmosphere, I think, almost as much as the competition. But I think that the analogy with the dream team only goes so far. No disrespect intended toward golf. If Tiger Woods had been part of it when he was at the zenith of his popularity and his abilities, that might be different. Then he might be roughly comparable to Michael Jordan in 1992. But even then, Jordan was surrounded by a constellation of other Hall of Fame stars, and by then, the NBA was better known in other parts of the country, of the world. These guys were superstars already. When you walked around Barcelona, there were giant billboards, not just of Michael Jordan, but of other dream team performers. They might have been the stars of the Barcelona games. I don't think that that's likely to be true of golf in Rio. What we hope for is that golf will make a very successful return to the Olympics, make an impact, a favorable impression, and we can build on it from there.
Bob, you mentioned the health concerns, the political concerns earlier, but I got to feel like that there is a level of excitement there in Rio. What is the atmosphere, in your opinion, right now with 100 days out?
Well, it's building. I wouldn't say it's anything like what it will be as we get closer and closer, but these are naturally high-spirited people as a group, generally speaking. Very warm, very friendly, very welcoming. They want to party, and the world is coming here to party. So, as I said earlier, it isn't just the competition among the largest collection of great athletes that you'll find anywhere in the world. That's what the Olympics are about. It isn't just that, but this atmosphere, I think, as long as the other issues don't intrude, this atmosphere ought to be very uplifting.
It should be exciting. And Bob, I appreciate your time, your insights, and we look forward to seeing you at the Summer Games come August.
Thanks a lot, Todd.
Let's run down the timeline. On July the 11th, the qualification period ends. That's when players will be on a team. The teams are decided after that. August the 5th, 100 days from today, the opening ceremony. Then on August the 11th, the men's golf competition begins. It'll wrap up on the 14th. And then just a few days later, the women's golf competition will begin. The closing ceremony will take place on the 21st of August. Coming up on Golf Central, we will take an in-depth look at the golf course that will host the Olympic Games, highlighting critical holes and showing the hard work that went into making this layout. Plus, there is a ton of golf to be played before teams are announced, which players are likely locks for the games, and which players are poised to make a run and earn a spot for their country.